Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here. I'm going to be showing you my cheapest character that I have to duo Lotus and Damien. I just played this before I actually moved the gear over just yesterday. You can see over here some of my gear here, 14 days, 7 hours. I upgraded stuff like today, but yesterday I went ahead and cleared with a party of 3 members for Damien already. But this is definitely a comfortable duo. If you can find a person of similar stats, you will clear it very, very well. Slightly deflated because I haven't even put my pets in. If you put your pet and equipment, this will be closer to 6 million. But I have NFT collection at 12, so remove that, probably somewhere around 4 mil. Is what most people, more relatively lower spenders will be looking at as well. So that being said, what is the gear that I'm using? Now, one important thing, this is of course without link skills. I don't have any of my link skills on yet for today. So it's totally blank, so you don't get that inflation from the link stats, the link skills as well. But what am I using for this particular character? A Shade. Not that Shade is special and has super high stats. I just had a lot of strength gear lying around, so I just picked up the rest at something that look interesting in the market. I'll explain one by one. But you can see here, I'm only just using one Neophyte. I'm using the event ring as well. So this could be a lot higher if I went full out and got more items. On first glance, it looks really expensive because it's all Absol, a lot of Absolabs and a lot of Fafnir stuff. But you can see here, I'm actually running just a plain Fafnir top bottom. I saw this hat, it was pretty decent as well. It was a budget pickup for me. But you can see it's just 12 strength. So it's basically a unique pickup. And I just bought it because it's long-term unique hat. Legendary hat looks quite interesting. But you don't even need this. It doesn't even have any stats. So it's basically even an epic can probably get this as well. So not anything fantastic. You guys can probably have this. I just bought it because of I like it. So it was pretty nice to have. Clean Absolabs boots at the same time. This is of course this is the overkill. This is the reason why I made this character in the first place. I saw these pirate gloves lying around on the marketplace and I was like, yeah, why don't I just pick it up and try to re-roll the stats with the free cubes because I had nothing better to do. So I picked it up, re-rolled the cubes, got decent lines, I guess, usable lines, and then I just continued this shit. I also had this lying around that I didn't really sell. Couldn't sell it for a fair price. Everyone only wanted to lowball. So I just I'm just gonna pick it up and slap it on a character. So I put it on this character. I picked this up as well. This is basically near floor pricing of Gold Heroes emblem. Again, you don't need something that is legendary. You probably can do with a lot less if you can find decent lines as well. But of course, you can change the rest of it. Maybe even have another Neophyte. You can probably reach there. So this is duo the hardest, second hardest content in the game. So it's very, very strong already. Some of you maybe are only 1 mil CP. This is probably a more efficient way of doing things. So other than that, something that's very underrated that I didn't really cover in a lot of other videos is actually this Zakum cape. So this Zakum cape is really very strong. That I actually, if you go onto my profile for my Shadower, I sold off my Absolabs unique one for a Zakum cape. Because if you look at this, the cost to tier this Star Force, it was a lot lower. I think it went up a little bit. Yeah, I did the Star Force 15 to 16 when it was slightly lower. I think this was me or something like that, somewhere around here. So it was 258k to tap twice. And from 10 to 15, it's 60k. It's freaking cheap. So 60k here, 100k here, which is very affordable if you compare it to the likes of even an earring, for example. Earring, for example, if you wanted to go up a little bit higher to maybe, how much is that? It's the same price as an earring, maybe cheaper than that. So if you're just looking for attack stats, this is actually a pretty cost-effective way to get there. At the same time, rolling cubing on this, 68k, 95k, quite reasonable for 150 item, and it can be used across all classes. So I just like the versatility of these Angry Zakum cape. You lose the Absolab effect, but to me, because I'm not even using a lucky hat, doesn't really matter as much. And even if your weapon is Absolabs, you can use it too. So this is the first underrated thing that I'm using that I wanted to share with you guys. The next thing that I think is quite underrated as well is this item over here, which is Absolabs weapons in general. So if you notice here, this weapon, I just put the Star Force to 10 to get that 40 blue attack power from just the Star Force. And I just slap on free flames from events on this weapon. I got a 64 attack power and then I just stop. So straight away, you get a very nice 102 attack power for maybe the cost of the Star Force, which is for Absolutes, I guess, is somewhere close to like almost 10 million if you're unlucky for a 10 Star Force, but you don't have to do it all at once. You can do like 5 stars first, then every time you like grind another 400, 500k, just tap once and you will get like gains on the weapon as well. So I'm using a rare, and you can get this with pretty much like free event cubes from the main pot. The B pot maybe it needs a little bit of luck to roll, but yeah, not very, very expensive. You don't need like massive amounts of luck to get this because you can use the free event cubes to try to like slowly roll this as well. So this is mine. This is my weapon. I'm using this and it's very, very strong. It gives me a lot of attack as well. Other than that, the rest of the stuff that I have are transferred from my hero. My hero's hand-me-down gear. So this one is actually very cheap in the marketplace. Believe me, it's like less than like 10 mil. You can get something like this, like legendary with even better lines. I'm overestimating by a lot means. I have many of these that I wanted to sell for like 5 mil. No one buys them. So great value if you're looking to just get stats right now. It has depreciated a lot because most people upgrade to like Absolutes or Sickness. Earrings, just regular earrings that is hand-me-downs as well. I just transferred it from characters to characters. This one also for my hero, didn't really use. I was like trying to sell it. No one wanted to buy it. Again, maybe people are using Black Beam Mark. So I just transfer it over here. Dominator Pendant, this one's quite good, but it's not a 17 stars one. So a lot of people will be using 17 stars in like going towards end Lomien solos. So this is actually quite one of the better potential lines, but the Star Force is quite lacking. And then I just use like a Chaos Horntail that I had as hand-me-down. My belt is also not perfect. It's just a 966. If you've watched our previous video, you know that I really, really like unique stuff. Unique is a very good bang for your buck. I always believe that it gives you a lot of value. So pretty much that's all the items, and I'm just using like a badge that you can get for like 300 K Nesos, probably around there. And yet it's still doing me really, really well. A lot of them are like just hand-me-down items from my hero. I'm using all stats also because I can transfer them from mule to mule as and when I need. And some other stuff here like this Noble Ifia, which I tiered with luck. That's why I spent like 50 mil because I was like tiering random stuff to see how lucky I could get. But yeah, that's pretty much my cheapest and Lomien Mule. When I mean cheapest, I really do mean cheapest because you can cool and see on my profile the characters I have built here. These are 2 duo and Lomien mules as well. This is my Luminous at around like 5 mil CP as well. My bishop here, my second bishop is at like 8 mil CP. Tomorrow will be a lot higher once the gear swap is over. And my main 3 characters are 20 mil plus CP. And my shadower here is like solo normal Lotus Damien with like 13 mil CP, somewhere around there. And yeah, that's just a pretty much quick summary of something that I want to share with you guys. Whether you use it or not, hope you found the information helpful. There's tons of other content on the channel. If you are maybe a smaller spender or maybe you're a larger spender, you're going for certain things, there are different content catering for different people. This is in the duo and Lomien category. Hope you found this video helpful and see you guys in the next video.